This is the coolest and most exciting freaking collection and PR bundle that I think I've ever bought. And I'm so excited to dig in. I have the Glamlitekiss collection. And if you guys want to see the 2 looks I come up with, along with close-ups and swatches and all of the things, then just keep watching. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I do really hope you will subscribe, click the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. So I bought the Glamlite PR box bundle, and this retails for $120. I did use someone's code. I don't have a code yet with Glamlite, but let me just say the details in this are freaking incredible. Like, do you see how big this box is? And we have all of the members of KISS here on the back, but look, like, that is so freaking cool. They did such a freaking great job on the boxes and details and everything. But let's go ahead and get into all of the other information. Now you can also buy this collection without this PR box, and that retails for $99. The only thing I didn't buy in this collection was the lenticular motion makeup bag. That retails for $35. I'll pop up a picture here somewhere on the screen so you guys can see what that looks like. I have a lot of their bags and they really are great quality, but I decided to skip on it since I was already paying like around $100, I think, after the discount for the PR bundle. But I really wanted to show you guys the packaging on the palette. This is the box that it comes in, and I just think they paid such great attention to detail. Now, this palette has 20 shades in it. 11 of them are mattes, and we have 9 shimmers. I just love the lenticular motion packaging on this. I think it's so cool. But I really love this little like plastic film they have down in here, and I love the detail on the mirror as well. I'll be popping up swatches and everything. So the details on the back of the palette say, introducing our rock and roll all night and party every day palette, created to celebrate the legacy of America's top gold record award winning group of all time, KISS. This remarkable 20 color palette has been meticulously curated, with each row crafted to pay homage to the individuality of every band member. And then next, I really want to talk about these eye bases. You have a black and white eye base, and I don't have any eye bases, so I'm really excited to have these in my collection. Seen tons of videos from them about these, and they look really cool, but I really love the packaging of these as well. These eye bases retail for $14, and you do get both. And then we have the KISS Platform Lash Ultimate Height Mascara and Primer Duo. These look really cool. This duo, I did not put the price. I'll pop it up here somewhere on the screen, but the packaging of these are really cool as well. Let's see what the brush looks like on these. Ooh, very, very cool. I love like how weirdly shaped this is. And it's that silicone brush tip. I hope I like this because I typically don't like brush applicators like that, but we will see. And then we have the Glamlitekiss Lick It Up Lip Kit. This retails for $14. I really love the attention to detail. They look really cool. I really enjoy the lip formulas from Glamlite. And this is a red, so I'm excited to see if I love it as much as I do the one from that Betty Boop collection. You guys know I went crazy over that. And then we have the mirror. The mirror is really cool. I love how big it is, and the packaging on this is really awesome. This retails for $26 if you buy it individually. Glamlite's the reason why all my little storage cabinets I have on the side of my room are full, because I can never throw away the boxes. They're just too awesome. But that is awesome. I love the little like details they have on the mirror, and I love that they put it on the side, and I have a big head and it's as big as my face. But I think this is really cool. I want to get you guys zoomed in so we can go ahead and get started with look number 1 and see how we feel about this collection. So I really want to start with the lip kit. I really do enjoy their lip formulas, like I mentioned earlier. That freaking Betty Boop one, I'm still thinking about that every day. I just think it's awesome. But I miss it when they had the wooden pencils. Those are my favorite types of liners, but I do like these ones as well. So let me go ahead and apply this. It does also have the sharpener here on the end. Is this my best lip liner application? No, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to let this dry down for a second, and then we will see like if it dries down. Okay, now that it's dried down, let's do the kiss test. And that's pretty good. There is a little bit right there, but not much at all. I'm really happy with that. But let's try this freaking gorgeous lipstick. I just want to show you guys the packaging up close. It's really cool. And let's see what this looks like. I really love this. I feel like it's more of a brick red, which is, I feel, more universally flattering. If you guys picked up that Betty Boop collection, it is a different red than that one, I'm pretty sure. Let's do some swatches. I think this one's more of that like orange tone red. Yeah. The Kiss one is the darker one right here. Really freaking beautiful. I'm so excited to have these in my collection. But let's move on to the eye bases. For look 1, I'm going to use the white base. And like I mentioned, I'm really excited to have some of these. I've been using my LA Girl like Pro Pigment mixing drops as a white base, which it does work, but it's more sheer. You really do have to build it up. I just applied a little dollop on my hand. And I'm just using this Real Techniques 308 brush to put this down. This is opaque, which makes me happy. That's what I was hoping for. But now, my favorite part, the palette. I'm so excited about this. I have actually not swatched this palette yet, and I usually swatch everything before I film with it. That's how I plan out my looks. But I have to leave today, so I want to try to get this done before it's time for me to go. But I'm going to play with the purples and the blues for look 1. This looks so freaking stunning. So I'm going to start this look out using the shade The Star Child. I'm just doing this on a Dew Color number 8 brush. It's like a small shader brush. And I'm going to just press this here in the inner corner. And the shade isn't as dark as I thought it would be, which is actually a good thing, especially when using it in the inner corner. I'm just going to press this down everywhere that I want it. I'm so excited about this palette. I really want to use the red. I feel like my lip combo may end up clashing with the eye look. I want to go into the shade here called Shout It Out Loud, and I'm using my Singe Beauty E06. The pigmentation on this is real. I love the cool tone purple mixed with the warm tone. And after I use my deepening up shade, I think it'll help it make a little more sense. Now I'm going to try to blend this out using my Singe Beauty E03, and we're going to see how easy it is to blend on this eyeshadow base, because I'm very familiar with the Glamlite formula. I have like over 20 palettes from them, and they're a brand that I know very well and love. So if it's hard to blend, I will know it's the eyeshadow base. I think it's actually going pretty well. Now I want to go in with this Glamlite brush. It's from the Friday the 13th collection, and I'm just going to try to blend this one. I actually think I want to go in and layer some of that Shout It Out Loud shade on top of this and try to get these two to mix a little better. Yeah, I think that's working out better. This is a little harder to blend on. Like, I could feel it tugging my brush. They are still blending though, and they do look so much more vibrant on this white base. Now I'm going to go back in with my Singe Beauty E03 and pick up more of that same purple, and we're going to deepen this up. This palette is for the, not for the faint of heart. These colors are very vibrant and deep, and you know that's everything that I freaking love, so I'm excited about it. I'm going to go back and forth in between these brushes, and I just want to like slowly deepen with the E06 and then blend with the E03. Okay, I think I really like where this is at right now. Now I want to go in with my Singe Beauty E04, and I want to use this deep blue here called Dress to Kill. I'm excited about this blue shade. It looks so deep, and that makes me so happy. It's so dark that it's almost like black, but you can still see that like blue hue. I'm just really focusing this here on this outer corner more than anything. Now I want to go back into the Shout It Out, and I'm going to use this just a little. I tapped off my brush to blend this blue out. I love this. I love a purple and blue eye look. I'm a sucker for it every time. For the lower lash line, I think I want to go into the shade Shout It Out Loud again, and I'm just going to blend that all along the lower lash line. Make sure these two meet up out in the outer corner. The pigmentation on these are real. And it's kind of cool, like doing the lower lash line without the base, so you guys can really see how they work on and off. And now I'm going to go in with this Ace Beauty smudging brush, and I'm going into the shade called Dynasty. It's like a very deep purple. And I'm going to press this up in the lower lash line. And now I'm going to go back in with that BH Cosmetics smudging brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. I really love this, but now I'm excited to get into these shimmers. And I'm just going to put down a little bit of my Unearthly Cosmetics Glimmer Grasp, and I'm just using my BH Cosmetics packing brush. My desk right now is a freaking mess. It's covered in all of these boxes, and I don't have room to move. So the shimmers that I'm drawn to more than anything, first of all, is Magic Touch, and then Stole Your Love is really pretty. So we are going to try a little bit of Magic Touch first. I just don't know. I'm going to have to pull something in for inner corner highlight. Probably what I use for highlight. And if you guys are curious about anything that's on my face, I do have it all linked below in my description box. That is super beautiful. Like the glitter flecks that are in there are stunning. Now I've just cleaned this brush off on my Sigma switch, and we are going to go into the shade Stole Your Love. It's like a pretty purple shade, but it has a slight blue like glitter reflect in it. Let me use my finger for this shade instead. There's not a lot of shimmer showing up though. So when you swatch it, it looks really cool. But I don't feel like it looks like that on the eye. So let me try to top it with a little more. The shade is beautiful, but maybe it's where it's with that really metallic-y blue shade that I have here on the outer corner. So I'm going to go back in with a little more glitter glue, and I'm going to use this white shade in the palette, the Spaceman, and I'm going to tap over it. I guess I could use that. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yes, that's what I wanted. You know, I love a super like reflective, shimmery shade. I think I still want to use my highlight for inner corner, which also is Glamlite. It is the Friday the 13th highlighter. This is one of my top favorite highlighters in my collection. But I'm using a ColourPop E28 pencil brush, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of this here. This highlighter is absolutely stunning, though. I mean, you can see this little sucker glows like nobody's business. And that really did help brighten. And I'm going to just place a little here. And this is look number 1. I'm going to go do the other eye off camera, and then I will come back and we will do the mascaras together. I'm really excited to try those out as well, but I will be right back with the other eye complete. Now both eyes are done. In my waterline, I'm using the ColourPop liner in the shade Crybaby. So let's start with the lash primer. And the formula seems a little stretchy. I haven't tried a Glamlite mascara in a long time, since the first Scooby-Doo collection. Let's apply this primer. I'm going to give this a second to dry down, and then we will go in with the black mascara. It does have the same kind of wand. I really love this eye look a whole lot. It looks so good with that freaking Glamlite highlighter. So smooth and like just gorgeous. Okay, I do think this is dried down enough. I did do 2 layers of that primer, and let's check out the mascara. It's been a long time since I've used a lash primer, probably since like high school. So far, I like this a lot better than I did the one that was in that Scooby-Doo collection. Did wonders for the lower lash line. Now let's do another coat up top. So I'm editing this video, and I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Please tell me I'm not the only person that looks like a complete psycho while they're applying their mascara. I actually really do like this. I don't have the greatest lashes, so, and it's like my eyeshadow is kind of deep, so it may be hard to tell, but I mean, you could see the before and after. I think this actually is really good. Now I feel kind of stupid for not trying that Betty Boop one. And I probably wouldn't have tried this one if I hadn't have picked up the full collection, but I actually really like this. I'm going to try it on the other eye without the primer though. Let's see what that looks like. So it does look better with the primer. This is the primer eye and the not primer eye. but I like it without the primer as well. I'll show you guys a close-up so you can probably be able to see it a little bit better. But so far, I'm really enjoying the palette and the collection. I'm really happy that I picked it up. I can't wait to play with it again, but you guys are going to have to give me your thoughts on this look. But like I said, so far, I really am enjoying it. It's hard because I can only do one more look for this video. I really want to play with the greens, but I also really want to play with this red. So I'm going to have to take a little time to think about what I want to do. But like I said, let me know your thoughts on this look down below. But let's get into look number 2. I am back for look number 2 and back from the doctor. I'm filming this in the same day. I have the best plan for a look and I hope it goes well. But let me get my brushes together and then we will get started. So let's get started. For my eye base, I just use a regular eyeshadow primer. I want to see how this palette works on regular like bases, which I know it's going to go well. But at the end, I want to use the bases and swatch some of these Cliona MultiChromes that I have. But I just want to see what they look like on top of those because I think that's going to be really cool. And I'm so excited to try that out and have these bases for that reason. But using my ColourPop E25, I want to go into this shade here called Love Out Loud. I finally swatched this palette and now I see like hundreds of looks that I could do with it. So I am going to just press this here in the outer corner. The shade is very dark, but with the color that I plan on pairing it with, I don't think I have anything I could blend it out with. So I'm going to try to shear it out and see if I can get this deep shade to blend. In look 1, I actually did pretty well with that Shout It Out Loud shade. So I'm just basically pressing this everywhere that I want it, and then I'll go back in with a fluffier brush and blend it out. I just didn't want to lay down too much pigment. So this brush is from Glamlite. It is from that Scooby-Doo collection and from the big palette. I don't know if these brushes are still available, but I do like a lot of my Glamlite brushes. They're pretty cool. I really love the ones from the Friday the 13th collection. I used this one in the last look, and where is it? It's one of my favorites. I use it in almost every look. But let's see how well we can get this to blend. And if anything, we could use a little translucent powder on it, and that will help it. But as you can see, it's doing pretty well on its own. I don't even think I'm going to need that translucent powder. Now I'm just going to go back in with that brush and just going to build this up. I'm going to try to get this video done tonight. I actually just posted the Gourmand Girls video, but the plan is to post this as a bonus video. But it's already like 7 probably, so I'm on a bit of a time crunch. Now we're going to go back in with that large blending brush. I really love this shade so much that I want to use this little Dew Color smudging brush, and I'm going to add a little here to the lower lash line in the outer corner. And then I'm going to go in with this brush from Game Beauty. It is the EO2, and I'm just going to blend this out. This blended so freaking well. I just cleaned off this brush on my Sigma switch, and I'm using it to blend this out while deepening the shade up. This is such a freaking great blending brush. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this outer portion like this, at least for now. Now I want to go in with this other Glamlite brush. It's from that Scooby-Doo collection as well. And I want to go into the shade right here called the Catman. But I'm just going to put this here in the inner portion. This shade is very pigmented. And now I'm going to go in with this ColourPop E23. And I'm going to blend this out. Now I'm going to go in with that same brush, and I'm going to go into the shade right here called Lick It Up. Just tapping off the excess. But I'm going to just put this over top. It's a bit brighter than the first one I put down. Okay, now that I have that laid down, this one I do want to sheer out a little. So I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty powder. I don't remember what it's called. Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. Like, why can't we just call it setting powder? We know you can bake with it, but instead we gotta have that long, crazy name. But I'm just using that same brush that I did clean off, and I'm just kind of helping this sheer out because it is a very deep shade on my very, very pale skin. I think this is super cool. Now I want to do the same thing on the lower lash line. For that, I'm going back in with this Dew Color brush and picking up more of the shade Lick It Up. And I'm just going to tap off that excess. And I want to press this as close to the lower lash line as I can. Now, I'm still going to do some work in this outer corner. But first, I want to put down my shimmer. So I'm going in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Glimmer Grasp. Glamlite, if you happen to see this video, please make a glitter glue. Not just the glitter glue, but also cream gel liners for the waterline. We need some neons so bad. And if you can, it would be really cool if you could make them like a part of like your main line, not just an IP thing. That way they don't like get discontinued or anything. But I would love that. I would love for you guys to do liners that go in the waterline. I think that would be so fun, and I would buy them all. But I'm just using this Morphe M224, and I'm just applying this everywhere on the lid except for the outer corner. Now, when I swatch this shade right here called Axe, oh my god, it is so incredible. I love it so much. I think it looks amazing. So this is what I want to put on my eye first. So we're going to pick some of this up with the same brush. And I'm just going to press this in right here. The combo of this and that green, I think, is so freaking good. Now let's do the lid shimmer. For that, I want to dig into this shade Rock and Roll All Night. I've been singing this in my head all day ever since I opened this collection. I love all music. My favorite music is the between the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. I like most genres. I love classic rock, the Kiss era. My aunt went to a Kiss concert, and she said that it was one of the best concerts she'd ever been to, which sounds really freaking cool. I've heard that from other people as well. I'm going to go in with the smoke brush from BH Cosmetics. It's just a pencil brush, but I'm going into the shade The Spaceman, and we are going to put this in the inner corner and partially like into this crease and the lower lash line to just brighten a little. That's really beautiful, but I want to use the face highlighter that I'm wearing today, which is this Ghost Face one. Let's use the bottom one first, because this is more of that like very light gold. And we'll just swirl this all around. I want to dig into this black. I love a black eyeshadow, and Glamlite has some of the best black mattes I've ever used. So let's go into the shade called Black Diamond. I'm just using my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm going to just add a little bit of this, not a lot, but where this lid is so deep. And here is this eye complete. The lipstick is clashing a little bit, but I really do enjoy this lipstick a lot. It's the formula they always have that's really good. But I'm going to go do the other eye off camera, and then we're going to talk about this collection. And plus, I want to do those swatches for you guys. But I'll be right back, and we're going to talk about this collection. And here is the finished look. I think it looks so cool. Changed out the lip combo because they were totally clashing, but I really freaking love this. I'm so excited about it. I'll use the mascara again, and it was easier to apply off camera. And as you heard in my voiceover earlier, I really did look like a psycho trying to put that mascara on camera. I don't want to do that ever again. But as for the palette, I really love this. And honestly, I think this palette would pair really good with like a pastel palette or something like that. And I'm just so happy to have it in my collection. Really love the deep tones. And I mean, it's Kiss. The packaging on it is so freaking cool. So far, I'm really loving the lip combo. It's nice as well. The mirror, I mean, it's pretty great. This is one of my favorite collections that I've picked up, probably. The Garfield palette is still my favorite and the one I recommend the most. But this is the same great Glamlite quality that we always get with their collections. But as for my liner in my waterline, I mixed two of them. I mixed ColourPop's Crybaby and Amethyst Hour, and I got this color. I really like it a lot. I hope you guys do too. As for my lip combo and stuff, I will have it down in my description box. I'll have all these products listed as well. I also wanted to show you guys what these eye bases look like with multichromes. So I'm going to put some stuff up on my arm and then show you guys what it looks like because I think it's going to be really cool. Okay, I have them on my arm. We're going to swatch them. I'll show you guys some close-ups as well when we're done. Now, what do we want to do? Let's do like some of these lighter ones, and then we'll also do one in here that is my favorite. Okay, this shade is called Embellishment. I want to do it off the primer, and then I want to do it on the primers as well. There it is off the primer. I don't know how well like you guys can see it, but like I said, at the end I will show you guys a close-up of them. And there it is on that white base. Made it a little lighter. Now let's try it on the dark. It's so cool on the black. It makes that green really pop. I'm so excited to have this black base in my collection. Look at that. Completely different shade. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's the shade Oculus. It's so freaking beautiful. But let's do this one. I'll show you guys when it's done. And there that one is on all three. Let's do this one. It's Gilding. It's really beautiful. It's like a white to gold iridescent shade. It's stunning. This one's a little flaky. I just made a mess. And I just almost fell over in my chair. That would have been fun, wouldn't it? And here is that one. Look at that one on that black base. It is like completely white. It has like a green to gold shift here, but here it's like more green to gold. And then here it's like the regular color that it is in the pan. Do you see how reflective? Because I can't help myself, I want to do one more. This one is gorgeous as well. This is patina. Look how like fiery that is. So freaking cute. Let me show you guys how smooth this is. Let's see, make sure you guys can see. Oh, that is glorious. Now, here are some up close swatches of it so you guys can get a better look of it. But it is super cool. And there it is up close without the lights. And here it is with the lights. Listen, I'm so excited about these bases. As much as I really, really love the eyeshadow palettes so far, I think the bases like really excite me the most. I'm just so happy to have these in my collection, and so far they seem really freaking cool. Look at this. These are like waterproof. I just tried to wipe this with a makeup wipe. I'm gonna have to go like use a remover probably to get these off. The longevity of your eyeshadow with these bases, it's gonna be outstanding. My hands are covered in glitter, but it's gonna be amazing. And like I already said, I'm super excited to have them in my collection. I'm excited about this whole collection. I think they really knocked this one out of the park. If you guys picked it up, I hope you love it as much as I do. But I really can't wait to play with this more. And if you want to see more looks with it, then make sure you're following me over on Instagram. I will have everything linked down below in the description box, including that Instagram account, so you guys can follow me over there. I'm so excited that I'm out of breath now, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you will. But let me know your thoughts on both of these looks down below. Which one was your favorite? But until next time, bye.